What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Welcome to another Call of Dragons video. This is gonna be the ultimate guide for the brand new G5 archer known as KAELAN. KAELAN can do so much single target damage that no one even comes close. This video is gonna show you exactly how to build this hero to get the best value out of him. If you're new here, subscribe for more content, like the video, share it with your friends, drop some comments down below. Let's get right into it. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, another day, another video. This is going to be the guide for the brand new KAELAN in Call of Dragons, the hero that can deal the most single target damage in the game. I don't think even Magrat can do single target damage like KAELAN. So let's see what really makes this guy so good. We're gonna start off with his rage skill, Swift Ambush. Rage costs 1000, attack range is medium. Fires a salvo that launches 5 extra physical normal attacks against the target legion every second for 2 seconds. Damage factor is 200. So when you awaken KAELAN, you're going to take that damage factor up by 15%, which is going to be around 230%. And your legion is going to gain 3 stacks of Archer's Mark immediately upon entering battle. Now, how is this going to be important for you? Let's check out skill number 4. So in skill number 4, known as Dangerous Chase, aka the most valuable skill on this hero, is going to give you a lot of damage, a skill damage factor of 1000. So it says when launching a normal attack or an extra normal attack, the Legion has a 50% chance to gain 1 stack of Archer's Mark. Upon reaching 5 stacks, all stacks are consumed and the Legion deals physical damage to the target Legion. Damage factor 1000. And ignores 10% of the enemy defense for 3 seconds. Guys, this is one of the most OP skills in the whole of Call of Dragons. So when you enter battle, you're gonna get 3 stacks immediately. And then within the first 2 or 3 seconds of the fight, you are gonna do 1000 hero skill damage, which makes KAELAN the best poking hero in the game. Even better than Syndrion, even better than Magrat. After studying him for a little bit, this guy can get this Dangerous Chase very fast because it can be triggered by Chain Strike, it can be triggered by extra normal attack, it can be triggered by Mighty Slash. There are so many triggers for this skill and you can trigger it multiple times in 1 second. It makes him the most dangerous poking hero in the game. Now you might think Magrat is going to be the best at poking. Where is Magrat? Just for comparison, Magrat is gonna start doing crazy damage after 5 seconds, which is turn number 6, I believe. But when it comes to KAELAN, if you awaken him, he is gonna do 1000 damage factor immediately within the first 2 or 3 seconds of the fight, provided you have him awakened, making him one of the most OP heroes in the game. When we move on to skill number 3, Legion marksman units gain 30% attack, which is fantastic. And they take 10% hero skill damage. This should be good when you fight those mages who drop AoE rage skills on you. So this hero is going to be very impressive for open field PvP. Skill number 2 is the one that people try to avoid. Thieves look out. It says when garrisoning a city or stronghold, the Legion has a 50% chance to reduce the target Legion's defense by 2% for 3 seconds each time the hero's Legion launches a normal attack or extra normal attack, maximum 10 stacks. This is gonna be good for Garrison. KAELAN can be an excellent Garrison hero and his single target damage is just crazy. Let us do some simple math and see how much damage KAELAN can do to a single target. So we're gonna start off with the 4th skill known as the Dangerous Chase. So this thing triggers when you do some normal attacks and you get 5 stacks. You can get many. From my initial testings, you should be able to do this thing 3 times within the first rage skill cycle. If you have awakened him, you should be able to do this at least 3 times within the first rage skill cycle. That is already 3000 damage. And that's just from this skill alone. Within the first 14 seconds of the fight, you have already done this 3 times for like 3000 damage, which is just ridiculous. And then you add the rage skill, which is 230, I believe, with this 15%. So 230 times 10. So that is 2,300 damage factor. You add that to this 3,000, it is like 5,300 damage factor to a single target, which is just crazy. To give you guys a good comparison, Urag over here, aka one of the most deadliest cavalry hero, can only do 1,700 damage factor to a single target in the first rage skill cycle. But you have somebody here who can hit 5,600 in the first rage skill cycle, which is what makes him one of the most dangerous single target hero in the game. And the fact that he can get this 1,000 damage almost every time makes him one of the best poking heroes and one of the best open field PvP archer hero in the entire game. Let us go over some best pairings in Call of Dragons for KAELAN. The first one that comes to mind is going to be Ruby. Ruby was designed to be the #1 partner for KAELAN. She can do so much damage. Her damage output, I think, is better than for KAELAN. But the problem with Ruby is that she needs to hit multiple targets at the same time. With KAELAN, you can get everything on a single target, making him one of the best in the game. So KAELAN can really pair well with Ruby to get all those extra normal attacks and just do the dangerous chase ability as many times as possible. One of the best perks of pairing KAELAN with Ruby is going to be this brand new artifact. This artifact is bad news. The combination of these two heroes, I believe, is going to be probably better than Magrat, especially when you're hitting multiple targets. This artifact says launches an attack at multiple targets. So when you launch volleys on multiple targets, you are gonna reduce your artifact cooldown by 3 seconds. This artifact can go crazy. You can cast this artifact like 2 times, while all of your other heroes have casted theirs once. These two combinations are just going to be so disgusting for the open field PvP. They pair very well with each other. And then the second best pairings for KAELAN, I believe, should be Magrat. Magrat has a precision talent tree. You can put her as the primary with her crazy normal attack skills that happens every 5 seconds. It's going to be absolutely brilliant when you pair her with KAELAN. The damage is going to be crazy. The poking is gonna go to the next level. Magrat has precision talent tree. She has the healing for survivability. She brings attack, and I think she has HP if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is going to be a fantastic pairings for Mr. KAELAN. Another good one to pair up with KAELAN is going to be Zeta. Where is Zeta? Zeta has a 25% crit rate, which is going to work very, very well with the KAELAN rage skill. And Zeta also can increase normal attack damage by up to 80%. So when Zeta increases normal attack damage by 80%, KAELAN rage skill is gonna go crazy. He can do 12 normal attacks in 2 seconds. So Zeta is gonna boost that by 80%. Man, like this damage is just gonna double. The damage output is going to be ridiculous. So that's going to be another good pairing. Now, Syndrion is also a good one, especially if you're poking enemies. Syndrion also has a precision talent tree. So that could be another good one. KAELAN can also be used with cavalry. His single target damage is like almost 5,000 something. Even more damage than all the cavalry heroes in the game. So you can pair up KAELAN with any of your cavalry hero. For example, let me bring out my 5 March cavalry right now. When I bring out my 5 March cavalry, hit multi-create, go to preset number 10. This is what I use. As you can see, I have put KAELAN behind Urag. That is because of this artifact. KAELAN doesn't bring any defense to the table, but his damage output is ridiculous. The reason I put him behind Urag is because Urag has a Legion defense on the Wolf Howl Horn artifact. So this would be a very good place to put KAELAN. He's gonna be awesome in this lineup. So I can see KAELAN being a very good deputy to one of these cavalry heroes. I don't know which one is going to be his best partner, but we should be able to find that out very, very soon. So there are so many good pairings for this KAELAN. Man, he is one of the best heroes in the game. As you can see, I don't play around, man. I'm gonna be maxing this guy out. I'm gonna take him to 6 stars, and then I'm gonna see what he can do with Magrat if I don't end up maxing out Ruby as fast as possible. So this would be the good pairings for KAELAN. Oh, another one that comes to mind is going to be Guanwin. because Guanwin has the fervent wind. So if you want to poke your enemies, you can go KAELAN and Guanwin. Guanwin has attack, she has precision talent tree, she's got the match speed, she got a damage dealt. So it could be good for poking your enemies if you want to go in and out, in and out, in and out. So that's going to be another good one. Another good pairing for KAELAN is going to be the only Fulgrim. You can utilize the skill talent tree if you want to put them together. Now Fulgrim is going to synergize very well with KAELAN. Fulgrim has defense, which is good for the lineup. He's got march speed. Fulgrim has a normal attack damage increase, which should help KAELAN rage skill. The 12 normal attacks do so much damage. Fulgrim can increase hero skill damage. He can increase hero skill damage by 20%, which is good. Well, guess what? KAELAN can do this 1000 damage factor every now and then. So that's going to be boosted by Fulgrim. It's another good pairing for these heroes. I don't know about Freyga, but you have a lot of options. Even Sibyl should do well with this brand new hero. The only problem is you won't have the precision talent tree. But I can see both of them working very, very well. When it comes to the artifacts, you have a lot of options since KAELAN is very, very versatile for the archer troop type. His single target damage is just crazy, which means you can use a bunch of different artifacts depending on what you are looking for. If you want some survivability, you can get the Heart of the Kamasi because the guy already does a lot of damage by himself alone. You have the likes of the Shadow Blades, or you can pair up KAELAN with any of the archer heroes and then use the proper artifact that works with those heroes. For example, if you're using the Iron Tusk, you can use this with Fulgrim and KAELAN. If you're going to use Ruby, you can use this artifact, which is the best for those two pairings. You should pair up KAELAN and Ruby to do so much damage. This artifact skill cooldown is next level. This thing is just broken. Now, just to show you guys why that is broken, take a look at this artifact. Okay, this is artifact level 1 without the exemplar. Just have a good picture of what this artifact looks like. And then when we go to check out the exemplar version of this artifact, you are gonna be disgusted. So let's go over here. We hit the tavern, exemplar wish, collection, all the way to the end. And here is the Roaring Rager. Take a look at this. Now, when you have the exemplar, you're gonna do damage to 4 enemies. Previously, it was only 3 enemies. And then on top of that, it says after 1 second deals diffused physical damage to up to 4 enemy legions in the same area. Damage factor 800. So you have another 800 damage factor to 4 enemies, which is just ridiculous. This artifact is crazy with the exemplar. It is the #1 artifact you use on KAELAN and Ruby. Moving on to the WARPETS. The one that comes to mind is known as the Wind Weasel. Wind Weasel was designed for KAELAN. When you do a lot of normal attacks, you are going to get a lot of damage every second when you cast this WARPET. So this is the #1 pet to use with KAELAN. And I really like KAELAN so much because you can invest in him and you're going to use him as a cavalry hero and as an archer hero. And the good thing is that this pet is going to work for both archers and cavalry. So as of right now, I think KAELAN is single-handedly the best archer investment in the game. You still have Magrat, but KAELAN is up there at the top with Magrat in terms of investments. The good thing with him, when you get this pet to a very good level, 3-star talent, you can use it on both your cavalry and your archers because you're going to use KAELAN behind one of your cavalry heroes with his 5000 damage factor when he casts a rage skill. It's just going to be absolutely fantastic. You also have other options for WARPETS, and it's going to depend on who you pair with KAELAN. If you're going to go with the Shadow Manticore, you can use Magrat with KAELAN and the Shadow Manticore. This is going to go crazy on the field as well. You have lots and lots of options. If you're going to use Sibyl, then you go with the Barbed Manticore. But I think the Wind Weasel might be a better option. Like, there are plenty to use here. With Kinara, you're going to go with the Snowpeak Rock. Which other archer pet is here? If you're gonna use Freygar, then you can try the Night Rock. That should be an okay one. If you're gonna use Syndrion, you're gonna have to use the Wind Weasel. Let us check out some talent tree for KAELAN in Call of Dragons. The only downside of KAELAN is that he doesn't have good talent tree branches. He is made up of Marksman, Garrison, and Support. Support and Garrison are very bad for open field PvP combat. So let us see what you can do with KAELAN to get the best value out of him. He would have been an excellent hero if he had, let's say for example, a skill tree, or maybe a control tree, or even precision. Precision would have been the best for him, but he was given support. I think the devs feel like he would be a little bit too overpowered if they had given him the precision tree. So let us check out some of the talent trees that you can use with Mr. KAELAN. The first one is going to be the Marksman talent tree. We shall check it out from the Roots of War. We hit Battle Sync, we go to Heroes, scroll all the way to the bottom, we find KAELAN, and voila, here is the Marksman talent tree for KAELAN. This is what it looks like. So let us see some of the good points. I picked March Speed from here because archers need March Speed. If you don't want to move fast, you can go with the normal attack for extra damage. That's what you should do. Over here, I picked Adrenaline Rush for more normal attack because KAELAN can do a lot of crazy normal attack when he casts his rage skill. But if you don't like this skill, you can go with the head held high to get 50 rage every now and then. You make your way all the way to the end to get Force Field, which should give you some HP to help you out on the field. Now we had 1 point left. I just dropped it over here, but you can put it anywhere you want. When you go to the Marksman talent tree, you have this skill here known as Delight. Increases rage accumulation speed by 15% when your Legion's unit count is over 50%. This is going to help you do faster rage skill cycles in open field PvP. And then when you go to this node that is closer to the end, you got two very good options over here. You can't go wrong with either one. In this case, I picked Radical because it says reduces your Legion's defense by 1.5%, which I don't think is a lot, but increases their damage dealt by 3%. So damage dealt is going to be very good. Your counter attack is going to do a lot of damage. Your normal attack going to do a lot of damage. Your artifacts are going to do a lot of damage. Your hero skills and your pet skills will do a lot of damage. So I think Radical is the way to go. At the end, you're going to go with the burst shot. When your Marksman Legion launches a normal attack, they deal additional damage. So this one triggers every time you enter battle. It's very good for poking your enemies when you're going in and out, in and out, in and out, which is what's good for the archers. If you think you are very good at playing archers and you can launch multiple hero skill cycles, then you should go with Pursuit. It should be a good one, but overall, burst shot is the way to go. So this is the Marksman talent tree for KAELAN. Now you can also be creative and try to try to get the best damage as much as possible. So you don't go all the way to the end. You remove all these points and you come and dump them over here in fully loaded. Make it 5 out of 5, and then you take out these 2 points. And then the other one, you can drop it over here as well. Every time your Legion defeats an enemy Legion, their attack increases by 0.5% up to a maximum of 1%. So you could go 2.5% up to a maximum of 5%, which is another good skill to have. So this is what you can improvise to get more damage against your enemies with the KAELAN. KAELAN is also classified as a Garrison hero, so we can't really show everything without showing you the Garrison tree. We're gonna go over here, and this is how I would build my Garrison. With the Garrison, you don't need any March Speed. And you need to put everything in the Garrison talent tree to get as much damage as possible. There are so many good skills here that you need to have in your Garrison to help you out against your enemies. You can see that I didn't pick this one, which says while serving as Garrison Captain, the Garrison army takes 10% less hero skill damage. You're gonna be rallied by different types of enemies on the field, so just choosing a single type of defense might not be a good idea, which is why I kind of went with this one over here. the 2 points remaining. I was thinking of putting it here, but I decided to put it here. This should help against all types of attacks coming towards you. So this is how I would build my Garrison talent tree. I don't really do a lot of Garrison, but if you want more Garrison, you can check out other content creators to see how they build best Garrisons. But this is how I would build a Garrison for my account if you want to copy it for yours, in case you get rallied. And I think this is it, guys. This is it for the KAELAN in Call of Dragons. He has officially become one of my most favorite physical units in the game. His rage skill, which does like 12 normal attacks within 2 seconds, is absolutely ridiculous. It can get a lot of crits and it can trigger this dangerous chase multiple times, allowing you to do 1000 damage factor multiple times. With the help of this Golden Ranger, you should be able to proc these skills like over 3 times within the first rage skill cycles. It is just absolutely brilliant. 5300 damage on a single target. Man, this is like something you get from heaven. It's crazy. When you take a look at Lilia, the whole of Lilia AoE rage skill combined with this skill, when she hit multiple targets, is going to be very, very close to what KAELAN can do to a single target. So when you're fighting single enemies in front, KAELAN is going to be shining. He is going to outshine many lineups in the game. And so that's what I think of these new Archer heroes. Thanks for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.